Hey, somebody wanted to see a process video, which these are the funnest. I already put a layer of paint on there. I use a spray bottle with water, and I usually just start off getting the canvas wet. Not too much, because the paint I use for the most part is not very thick in consistency. I use a lot of Nova Color paints, this brand. It's out of California. I am going to put another layer of the turquoise on there, and I use my fingers. Yes, I finger paint. And I just kind of put it in, dissolve it with the water. Make sure it's kind of diluted. And I usually do many layers. The first one, it kind of puddled up a bit, so it got a little bit dark in one area. But I usually do many thin layers. What I do to get the little effect with the little circles, I use just alcohol. And I hope all this is coming out in the video since I can't see what I'm doing. And I just pour it in my hands and just sprinkle it on. And it does this really cool stuff. And since I do many layers on top of each other, it adds up. And then I think it really gives it all the depth that ends up happening in the paintings. One thing I like to do is I love metallics, and I use these pearlescent liquid acrylic. And I like to drip it almost on every layer. I've noticed that I like it when it drips on wet, because sometimes you get the splatter, and that is super cool. I'm not sure if you can see that. I can't tilt it. Obviously, I work on these flat because it wouldn't work otherwise. I wanted to show another color layer on there, but I may pause this. And this is why I normally work on many pieces at a time, because now I have to sit and wait for paint to dry. So it can be very frustrating. So anyway, I will pause this and video the next layer when this is dry. Okay, this is still wet, but you notice some of the circle things went away. But there's some really good flow happening of the paint right there. So what I will do, there's Stevie. She has things to say. I will add a little bit more of the alcohol. There we go. Just to see what happens. I'm trying to do this without my hands. So anyway, a lot of times when it's cold or humid, sometimes it takes a really long time for these to dry. Dry, warm climate is perfect for this. One of these days, I will have the perfect studio. I have it all planned out in my head. But right now, I just kind of sit and wait and babysit them while they dry. For more information about my art, please check out my website at gretaolivas.com or find me on social media.